Shalom Aleichem and Baruchim Habayim. Moshe Lagnado here speaking under the auspices of Kollel, Baruch Ahavat Yisrael in Southern California, in Sha'rei Tziyon in Brooklyn, New York. My friends, this week we read a double parsha, Matot Masaei. Also, it will be Shabbat Mevarchim for the month of Av. If I could share with you a beautiful and fundamental Gemara. The Gemara in Masechet Kedushin tells us that there's something as a tzaddik who is wicked, and there's a tzaddik who is excellent. And our sages tell us, who is a tzaddik who is wicked? And our sages tell us, it's very simple. It's a person who does what? Who is very careful with the mitzvah of the Torah between Adam l'makom, between man and God. He's careful about kashrut. He's careful about Shabbat. He's careful about the holidays. But when it comes to mitzvot ben Adam lechavero, he is lacking. So he's a tzaddik, but at the same time he's a rasha. Who is a tzaddik? Who is excellent? He is one who is very careful with his relations to man and to God. But it bothers me. How could we call a person who lacks dignity to other men, who lack respect to other people? How can he be called a tzaddik? And there's no question that when we talk about this tzaddik, we're not talking about a person, chas v'shalom, who steals from others. He doesn't rape women. He doesn't kill people. But what does he do? He stays to himself. That is a person who is not good with others. People do not see him as a sociable person. And that person is a tzaddik, but he's also wicked. While a person who is able to talk to other people, hear other people, hear their problems, give them due respect and honor, that is a total tzaddik. That is a tzaddik who is excellent. I heard a story from my Rosh Yeshiva, Reb Simcha Wassman, that when he went to visit the Chavetz Chaim, his father added accolades on the Chavetz Chaim, how great he was, how he never spoke Lashon Hara, how he never heard Lashon Hara, how he was the leader of our generation. They get off the train, they go around, they go to yeshiva, and the little boy, Reb Simcha Wassman, runs towards a noble-looking individual with rabbinic garb, with a hat which makes him look like one of the great men of Israel, with a well-trimmed beard. And Rabbi Chanan says, "My son, where are you running?" He said, "I'm running to the great Chavetz Chaim." He says, "That's not the Chavetz Chaim. Yes, that's a great man, but that's only the son-in-law of the Chavetz Chaim. So where is the Chavetz Chaim?" And he pointed to an old man wearing a worker's cap, wearing simple clothing, talking to children. He says, "That's the Chavetz Chaim." And Reb Simcha was amazed. That just seemed like an old grandfather. Didn't seem. And he learned a lesson very quickly. Never judge a book by its cover. They continued their visit. And on Shabbat they sat with the Chavetz Chaim and his family. Rabbi Zaks, the son-in-law, only spoke words of Torah and Zmirot on the Holy Shabbat. But the Chavetz Chaim told stories. He asked about the Rebbetzin. He asked about life in Baronovich. Reb Simcha, the young man, the little boy, told his father, who is the one who's careful about his Lashon? Not the Chavetz Chaim, but his son-in-law. And the Rebbe Chanan told his son, no. The way that Rabbi Zaks protects himself is by not speaking. The Chavetz Chaim is above that. He can speak. He could recount stories, and still there's no Lashon Hara. He doesn't hear Lashon Hara, and he doesn't speak Lashon Hara, even though he's talking and conversing with others. That's greatness. That is a tzaddik who is excellent. He could communicate with other people. He could ask and he could discuss and listen to their problems, and still be free of Lashon Hara, be free of slander, be free of any vulgar language. My friends, this week's Parsha, we have the same lessons. The tribe of Reuven and Gad, after the conquering of land on the east of the Jordan River, came to Moses. Moses, this is terrific land. This is land perfect for shepherds, for people who have flocks and cattle. And Moses, we have flocks and cattle. Can we inhabit this land? And Moses was upset. And he told him, don't you understand that we're sitting in the desert for 40 years because of your fathers who did not want to fight the Canaanites? And the tribe of Reuben said, no, we will build pens and houses for our families and for our animals. Then we will come out and help you. And then Moses said, if you do that, then you will find favor in the eyes of God and the eyes of Israel. What does Israel have to do with it? They are looking to find pleasure in the eyes of God, to do the right thing. And Moses is teaching them. It's not enough to do good and God is happy. You have to do good and your brethren and your friends should be happy. To follow the dictates of the Torah means not only to do what God finds pleasurable and good, but it means also to do what society, your friends, your nation, your people hold as good. We have to have a relationship with God Almighty, ben Adam lemakom, and it has to be excellent. We also have to have a relation between ourselves and our community, Adam lechaveiro, and that should also be excellent. And then we will be true children of God. Shabbat Shalom.